How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to take a look at how I was able to safely get 24,000 Capital Peak Gold. So let's take a look at which bases I attacked and how I destroyed them. So first off is a Barbarian camp worth 8,600 Capital Peak Gold, and it is the basic layout. So you guys may or may not see this base layout pop up all the time in your capital raid weekends. For whatever reason, clans are pretty lazy. They don't even want to pull in the defenses just to better protect the base. So here, really the only trick is just to get through this wall section to open up the deployment. And then the goal is to place the graveyards over the rocket artillery and the air bombs. You are looking to try and get either 2 of the air bombs or 1 of the air bombs and the rocket artillery on the first attack. This one is very simple since you can use the minion trick where you deploy 1 pack of minions and then 2 packs of rocket balloons, and that will take out 1 of the air bombs no problem. Here we also get fortunate and see that the other air bombs are easily accessible from the right hand side of the base. So we're just trying to deploy a couple of balloons, kind of stagger them out so they don't take too much splash damage. And wouldn't you know, we took out 2 air bombs and the rocket artillery on the first attack. So this is going to be a very, very easy cleanup attack. Even destroyed 42% of the base. And whenever there's 5,000 or less remaining on the Barbarian camp, you know you're in for an easy second attack. So here we do another minion trick. Drop 1 pack of minions, distract the air bombs, and then deploy, I think it was 1 or 2 packs of balloons that time since it was low health. So now it's just a matter of deploying 1 pack of balloons on each of the defenses. And just being patient, letting the air skeletons distract for the balloons. And then as they get closer, you also want to let the slower balloons tank and distract for the fast ones. Because the fast ones are the ones that can very quickly get on top of a defense and take them out. So as you can see, we have a bunch of troops left over. Nothing left but the cleanup. We're able to even get an extra bonus 119 loot. So now we're just jumping into the number 6 raid. We're going to take a look at the Builder's Workshop. We have a slightly different layout, which is kind of nice and fun. It's finally not a basic layout. So we're actually coming in from the top right hand side for the deployment zone. Here we're just deploying each of the graveyards over the multi-targeting defenses so that we can try and protect our super wizards as long as possible. Here we have a nice group going over on the right hand side. So we're just trying to distract this giant cannon so it doesn't cause too many problems for our troops. Here we are using a few more rams in reserve, because as you can see, these giants are starting to pick a different direction, so we want to make sure that all of the super wizards don't die. Trying to distract this cannon. Luckily it only hits that 1 on the back end that was low health, but even still we lost a couple of wizards from the spear thrower and the giant cannon just from them being slightly offset and not completely behind the giants. So now we're just trying to take out this last giant cannon, because all that is left on the base really is the blast bow, multi-mortar, and the last giant cannon. And once those are taken down, the base is destroyed. Never worry too much about the crushers, because it's really only for the skeletons and the giants occasionally. So as long as you have some super wizards behind them, the crushers will go down very quickly. So here we're just trying to do a giant line of giants, as well as a giant line of the super wizards. And then we're going to try and trickle in the rams every so often if we ever see the giants sort of wander off on their own. So here we did drop one giant off on the right hand side to distract the blast spell. And then finally, once it got into the dead zone, the blast bow switched targets and almost killed the super wizards. But as you can see, the only splash defense that is remaining is this giant cannon, and it is being distracted by the skeletons and the barbs. So now that this crusher has a super wizard on it, we are completely home free. Now you'll see that I might have actually been able to get more on this account. However, I versed a very tricky barbarian camp. I think it might be the highest upgraded one that I've versed so far. Because it was worth 9,680. With a very tricky layout where the air bombs are very spread out. And they even have the second rocket artillery. So here we're going to take a look. There was, 9,600 available. So if we had gotten all of them, would have stood a very high chance of getting probably, I think, 27,000 in total. Here we're trying to do our strategy that I like to do for the barbarian camp, which is using air on both the first and the second hit. However, you can see we are in a bit of a bad spot. So we have only taken out 28% of the base. And there is 7,250 points remaining. That is a lot for one attack to clean up. A lot of times if the barbarian camp is around 6,000, ideally under 5,000 points for the second attack, then you're in a much better spot. But here we've got 2 air bombs that are defended, well protected, and the rocket artillery, and a bunch of back-end air defenses, so yeah, I can already tell as I'm deploying, like, this is not gonna work out. So the goal is to just try and get as many defenses as possible. Try to get as many points so that at least it can be a very easy cleanup. So unfortunately we miss out on, I think it was 2,000, just over 2,000. But still, even with that, we were able to get a very easy 24,000 loot. So if you enjoyed the video, I encourage you to like and subscribe. That helps me out immensely. And there should be a couple more videos on the screen if you want to check them out. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.